It's 5 in the morning and I've woke up to thick fog and mist, which wasn't in the forecast, but that's okay. I've packed away my camp, obviously leaving no trace. I'm not too worried about the mist because it really does give me a good opportunity to look at the more intimate landscapes, the closer landscapes. I know back down by the tarn there was some really interesting looking trees, and up here there's some lovely silver birch. So it's actually given me a lot of atmosphere. I don't expect it to last long. I'm pretty sure it's going to burn off certainly by mid-morning, so I think I'm on quite a tight time scale here. So I'm going to head down to the tarn, have a look around there, see if I can find some compositions before heading down to the quarry, which is my whole reason for being here, and see if I can find more areas of interest down there, which I'm really excited about because I've never been into that quarry. And if it's misty, which I don't think it will be down there, but if it is, then even better. Now, I keep whinging about this bag. All I've done is moan about this bag. It's not the bag itself, it's the fact that it's so heavy. Basically, I needed a bag that can carry all of my camera equipment, my tripod, and a bag that can carry droney, and a bag that can carry camping gear. So I needed something that could do it all. This was the first test of this. Now this is a low alpine crossbow 85 litre. I got this off Gumtree for £25, which is fantastic value. So second hand, it's quite an old bag, but it does the trick. The reason, I'm going to go very quickly, the reason why I got this bag, the main reason is, other than its size, it opens at the front like this, which is perfect for droney. To that. And there's loads of space left in the top for other bits and pieces like a jacket, a map, camping stuff, sleeping mat. There we go. Now there's this additional bag that goes on the front, and that has got all my food, head torch, bits and pieces. This is another reason why I bought this bag. It has a separate bottom compartment, which just so happens to perfectly fit my camera insert from my other low pro hiking camera rucksack. And there we go. Then the tent and sleeping bag and tripod all strapped to the side. Not ideally with the sleeping bag. I think this thing needs a couple more straps, which I might add to it. But that's it. Yeah, just, you know, I could have spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a really big camera bag, but I really didn't need it. The drone comes with its own case. I've got my camera inserts. You know, sometimes you can overcomplicate these things. Big bag, shove it all in. So I'm not very good at intimate landscapes and woodland photography and stuff like that. It's something I really need to develop and learn. Usually I do the sort of bigger vistas and the obvious things, which is good. But you know, trying to find an image in chaos, or you know, those lovely muted images, that requires a lot of skill, and that's something I'm trying to learn or improve at anyway. And with regards to technique, what I find works is to, I mean, in an area like this, for example, where you can quite easily become overwhelmed with lots of busyness, trees, reflections, mist, lakes. You know, the best thing I've found to do for me is to actually stop trying to find a composition, stop trying to find a photograph. Because when you're walking and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking, sometimes you just can't see the wood for the trees, forgive the pun. So instead what I do is I just actually tell myself, you know, I don't need to get a photograph, let's go for a walk. And as I'm walking, I'm just taking it in, and something will catch my eye, something will get my attention. In this case, I've come off the path and there's just a lone tree completely isolated, and the mist has just killed off the background. There's a tiny bit of interest just in the foreground with a bit of a bog, and this tree just instantly jumps out at me, and that's it. I look at the tree and I think, what do I like about it? Why has this jumped out at me? Why do I like it? And then I try and get that across in a photograph. In this case, this tree here, I like how it's isolated. I like how it's leaning to the left. And I like how the mist has completely engulfed the background. It feels so calm. Really, really calm. And I think that's what I'm trying to get across. So I've gone for a simple composition. I've done a landscape and a portrait composition just as a backup. I like them both basically. I'm not sure which will work best. No filters, there's no need for filters when it's conditions such as this. And yeah, it looks really nice. A really nice, peaceful image. So, rather annoyingly, not only am I soaking wet, I'm also back at the campsite, or my campsite, which is just down there. But the reason I've come back up is because the mist is starting to clear and the sun's started to come through. And if we're really, really, really lucky, we'll get a combination of low-hanging mist with a bit of sunlight burning through, which just gives phenomenal atmosphere. I've got a fantastic composition here. I've had to put the fleece on in a vain attempt to try and keep away the midges and get eaten alive. So, the light is coming and going. The mist is still incredibly dense. I'm still not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I would like it to lift a tiny bit. Although looking at this, it does look fantastically atmospheric. The arrangement of trees, it's just perfect. I think the image I've got now is probably the best I'm going to get. I could wait here for another hour, but I am getting eaten alive. So I really must get into that quarry. All I've done is talk about this quarry. It's the reason I came here, and I haven't even gone in yet. I haven't even had an explore of that. I'm not even sure I'll take a photograph. It's 6:30 now, so it's probably gonna get quite busy soon with dog walkers and things like that. By the time I get down there and offload my camping gear and then get into the quarry, it's going to be at least 7:30. Lovely. So I think I've got this image now. I'm happy with it. I'm going to pack away and definitely head down to the quarry. Wow, absolutely amazing. Oh, this place is amazing. So I wasn't expecting to take a photograph this morning, maybe, if I saw something. It was more to explore and to look at compositions and possibly come back in autumn. But there's this vibrant green tree standing alone against this dark grey slate background, and then there's like, I don't know what it is, but there's like a maybe rust or something like that, but there's these orange stripes behind the tree. It's just a really interesting composition. Lots of contrast. I mean, it's a lovely composition, completely different to what I would normally shoot. It certainly, yeah, it definitely has the hallmark of Ben Horn. I do watch his videos, so whilst I'm walking through the quarry and I see something like this, perhaps this wouldn't normally jump out at me, but by looking at other people's work, I think it certainly helps my creativity and helps influence me, and that is a good thing. That is a good thing. So, cheers, Ben. I'm going to shoot this with a polarizer, and I will show you why. So I'm just going to spin the polarizer. Look how bright and burnt out the background is. The slate has water running down it, and that is completely burnt out. But if I spin the polarizer, look at the difference that makes. That is something that cannot be replicated in Photoshop. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I have a favour to ask. Now, this isn't something I would normally do, but quite recently a landscape photographer called Mark Elliott was involved in quite a nasty, life-changing accident with life-changing injuries. It's really bad stuff. I'm not going to go into detail, but you can read about it. Anyway, as a result of this accident, the whole photography community has come together, and they're holding a print auction whereby people can bid for prints, and then all the money goes to help Mark, because he's a photographer, he's self-employed. I know if anything like that happened to me or anybody I know and love, it would just be awful, and to know that sort of as a community photographers get together and help out like this is fantastic. So I really wanted to get involved and help out. Now, in part one of this series, you'll have seen that image of the silver birch tree which I photographed. That was like 5 days ago, so not too long ago at all. Anyway, I am contributing this lovely print, 260 GSM Pro Luster paper, signed, limited edition, and here's the best bit, limited edition 1 of 1. So I will never ever sell this print again. It literally is going to be one of a kind. Signed, numbered and titled. You'll notice there's no number or title on this, and that's because I have a confession to make. My handwriting is that of a small boy. So it's actually Charlotte who does the title and the number, because if I do it, it would just be a travesty. Anyway, you could bid for this print, and it's going to come with a certificate of authenticity and a handwritten thank you letter from me personally. I'll even spray it with some aftershave if you want. But don't worry about where you are in the world, I'll post it worldwide, that's fine, all included in the auction price. Details of the auction starts today and it lasts for 30 days. Now, I would ask you to please be generous. I would also ask you not only to look at my print, but look at all the other fantastic pieces of work that are involved in the auction as well. The link to the auction and all the information you need is below. You've got 30 days, and that's all I've got to say. So thank you very much, and if you want to share the link or share this video, whatever, basically just get momentum going for this auction, that would be fantastic. Thank you.